Today's video, I'm going to share with you why the Onewheel is so magical. And be sure to watch to the end so you can win what this UPS guy is delivering to me from SUPrents.com.
Thank you. All right, awesome, thanks. This here is the Onewheel pint through SUPrents.com. Thank you, UPS guy. Okay, good, thank you.
It looks pretty now.
Life is about to get more awesome.
Somebody wrote it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I have all my safety gear on. Can I ride it?
Sure.
Okay, this footage is from earlier this summer, and right now we're in Seattle. We'll spend time with family, join a group ride, dig up a bunch of clams and oysters, and enjoy the beautiful weather and water. Then we head to Eastern Washington for an impromptu extended family meetup.
Oh, simple stop is on. I tried to go backwards and I nearly killed me. Careful, simple stop is on. Alright, I'm out in Kennewick, Washington, here on a family trip, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well, here I am, a guy who loves PEVs like the Onewheel and makes YouTube videos about my passions, visiting Eastern Washington. This is Kyle. He's a huge fan of the Onewheel, who first learned about it watching YouTube videos from this guy. And this guy, Kyle, happens to be the son of my wife's cousin. So what does that make him to me? According to Google, Kyle is technically my first cousin by marriage once removed. Glad we cleared that up.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Kyle Chin. I think it was a year ago. I was watching Corridor Crew and he was talking about his Onewheel. And so I was like, that sounds really cool. Then I was just like looking into them and they're super cool.
But alas, like many, Kyle fell in love with the Onewheel, only to have his heart broken when he found out how much they cost.
And I was like, how much are they? And then it was like $950 and I was like, okay, I'm not doing that.
So he put that dream aside.
So you've seen some of my videos.
Yeah, I watched his video and I didn't even know who he was.
Yes.
And then he like...
And lo and behold, here I am. I'm his uncle.
When I met Kyle at this family event, he said,
"Hey, you're the Onewheel guy from YouTube."
to which I responded by saying,
"Yes, I'm your first cousin by marriage once removed, and I'm the Onewheel guy on YouTube."
Kyle had watched a bunch of my YouTube videos on the Onewheel, but he'd never tried one. Luckily for him, because I had a Onewheel pint with me from SUPrents.com, Kyle got his first taste of the Onewheel.
This is your first time riding a Onewheel.
Yeah.
What word would you use to describe the sensation of riding a Onewheel?
Well, it's kind of addicting because it's really fun.
I am super impressed that he was able to pick this up so quickly. In 5 minutes, he was up and going, carving.
Because he had watched my YouTube videos, Kyle was a natural. Apparently, kids can learn something from watching YouTube all day. In no time, he was ripping around all sorts of terrain, navigating the Onewheel like a natural.
Man, you're taking all sorts of terrain. Yeah, this rocky stuff is a touch more difficult. There you go, yeah. I just don't want to fall in the water. Yeah, it's a good workout for the feet. Ooh, pavement's gonna feel like butter now.
The Onewheel's far from perfect. It's expensive and dangerous, but there's something magical about it. The Onewheel has a way of capturing the attention and imagination of everyone who sees it for the first time. This is why the Onewheel is so intriguing and captivating. It's because it's so unique and so familiar, all at the same time. That's the magic of the Onewheel. Let me explain. The beauty of the Onewheel is how it feels like so many different things to so many different people. Its appeal crosses boundaries. To the skateboarder, it's reminiscent of a youth where you could freely roam around neighborhoods on a board and celebrate landing tricks with friends. To the snowboarder, it feels like shredding fresh powder. To the surfer, it's like catching the perfect wave. To the wakeboarder, it's like glassy smooth water early in the morning. To the wake surfer, it feels like the perfect wake every time. And to someone who's never done a board sport, the Onewheel is just pure fun. That's why people fall in love with the Onewheel. It feels like their favorite board sport, but with the convenience of being able to ride right outside your doorstep.
Ooh,
That's scary.
impressive, you made that. That's a little sketchy right there with the gravel and going uphill.
When a one wheel zips by, people can't help but notice and have questions. What is that thing? How does it work? Is it electric? Did you make it? There's nothing quite like the one wheel in its sideways stance and that big fat single tire in the middle of the board. Then, when you get on a one wheel, the ride is like nothing you've ever experienced before. The floating or gliding feeling of that big tire just soaks up bumps and cracks in the pavement that would have otherwise rattled your bones on a skateboard. Once you really learn how to ride, the hands-free controls become intuitive, instinct. At this point, the one wheel becomes a magical mind-reading device that just goes where you want it to go. That's why the one wheel is both familiar and new all at the same time, and for many, the one wheel is a great introduction into the world of personal electric vehicles. The electric unicycle can be just as interesting and new as the one wheel, but it lacks the familiarity of the one wheel, and that's why many people find the EUC foreign and intimidating. I also had an EUC on this trip, but Kyle had little interest in trying it. It just didn't capture his imagination like the one wheel. Many people are like Kyle. They gravitate towards the one wheel, and it's their gateway drug into the world of personal electric vehicles.
Want to go in the canal?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. Wow, amazing. You kept your balance there.
Kyle had an amazing time riding the one wheel. So much so that after I left that summer, he got a job, he saved up his money, until finally he had enough money to buy his own one-wheel pint from SUPrents.com. Now he's the proud owner and rider of a one-wheel pint, and it's allowed him to get around and get out and explore and have fun during this whole COVID shutdown thing. Kyle was also able to convince his cousin, Tanner, who is also my, first cousin by marriage once removed, convinced him to get a one wheel. And so Tanner, who's also a teenager, he got a job this summer, he saved his money, and he bought a one wheel. Now they ride together. I'm glad Kyle and I were able to connect, and I was able to share some of the magic of the one wheel with him from my SUPrents.com rental. But because not everyone has a first cousin by marriage once removed who makes YouTube videos about the one wheel and travels, I'm giving away a 1-week rental of a One Wheel XR from SUPrents.com to one lucky winner. Already own a one wheel? No worries. You can use this rental for the next time you travel. To enter, make sure to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and down in the comments tell us how you first learned about the one wheel. And make sure to leave a hashtag SUPrents. Oh yeah, and if you haven't already, make sure to enter my other giveaways to celebrate 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. There's the InMotion L9 electric scooter that's soon to be released, and then there's the $500 gift card from eWheels. So check those videos out.
You got the, oh, it looks like it's
too
bumping.
steep.
Yeah, it's too steep. Or you can just carry it over.
Or carry it in.
There's a
you go
handle
back?
on the side. Do you know about the handle? So set it back down.
there's a handle.
Yeah, so you pick it by the handle. There you go.
It was
Thanks for watching, and as always, when you ride, make sure to wear your safety gear.